From Terry Connors Ice Rink in Stamford, Connecticut, this presentation of the DAF Media Network, as tonight the Darien Blue Wave visit the Trinity Catholic Crusaders in an FCIAC boys ice hockey matchup. Hello everyone, Cooper Boardman joined alongside Doug Rishman on the call this evening. A battle of two FCIAC teams this evening here in Stamford, and should be a lot of fun. The Blue Wave at 1-6 overall, and the Crusaders at 0-3. Doug, I'm excited for this one.
Oh, this is going to be fun. Thank you, Cooper, for the invitation to join you. I feel like I'm with Doc Emmerich here in the upper deck of the rink. But
we'll see how things shake out.
Yeah.
It's a long game ahead. Darien coming off a loss at the hands of LaSalle. Blue Wave traveled north to the Ocean State on Monday afternoon, and after they struck first on a Robbie Stewart goal, LaSalle scored 4 unanswered goals as the Wave fell 4-1. On the opposite side, Trinity Catholic hasn't played in 11 days. The Crusaders last played on December the 30th, fell to Sheehan by a final score of 10-3. Puck is dropped, and we are underway. Darien dressed head to toe, in the royal blue road uniforms. Trinity Catholic in their home whites with the green hockey pants. Darien immediately plays it into the zone and controls. For the Blue Wave, the starters defensively, James Gregory along with Finn Batson. Up front, Hudson Picorni, CJ Hathaway, and Will Dixon. Nick Elwell is in goal. Trinity Catholic dashing the opposite way. Off the steal, centering try is played into the corner. First touch of the day for Will Tellini, the senior forward. Starters for the Crusaders, Tellini along with Jack Kinahan and Jay Bacco up top. And then defensively, Jake Lovato and Logan Healy. In goal is Andrew Ellis.
you know, you got to give CJ Hathaway a lot of credit. He's bringing that hockey mullet back.
Blue Wave with the puck. Minute gone in the opening period between Darien and Trinity Catholic. McCorney plays it into the zone, sends it on net. Lead away by Ellis. Trinity Catholic, obviously an undermanned team. Only 10 players dressing in uniform tonight. 2 players out. Lance Lipman, who will be the normal starting goaltender for Trinity Catholic, out, missing the first 10 games, fulfilling CIAC transfer regulations. On the opposite side, in net for Darien, Nick Elwell, the backup senior goalie, getting the start in place of Henry Feifel. Elwell certainly has some experience, played junior varsity in 2015-2016 on the varsity squad a year ago, but saw time in a victory over Wilton a year ago, and seeing the start here tonight against a Trinity Catholic team that is yet to win a game. Puck played into the corner. A couple of players clatter to the ice, and the goal comes off its moorings and won't get a stoppage.
This is one of those tough games, especially for Darien. They've had a run here of playing some really good teams. That LaSalle program up in Rhode Island is really good. And then you start to play down at your, not that Trinity Catholic is a lower level, but being undermanned, you start to play at that same speed, and it's going to take a lot for them to keep the pace up.
Offensive zone face-off for the Blue Wave. Robbie Stewart will take it against Logan Healy, and certainly for Darien, it's been a rough go just because of the caliber of competition that they've played thus far. The puck banked off the boards behind. Tied up in the corners, a couple players fall to the ice, and Darien, you take a look at the teams the Blue Wave have lost to as a puck sent on net. A whistle as it's covered up by Andrew Ellis. The teams Darien has lost to thus far this season, a combined record of 32-8-2. That's a win percentage of .786. But Mac Budd said it after the team's loss a week ago to Notre Dame of West Haven. Yeah, the schedule's tough, but if we consider ourselves to be a pretty decent team, we got to pick up the victories. And certainly that's a testament to the importance of this game, getting the victories that you really should pick up against a Trinity Catholic team here on the road.
Once you get to the new year, this is really when the season starts too. Coach Budd will start figuring out what his team is and who he has, the personality of the team. And I would expect they start playing much better as we get into January.
Centering feed for the Blue Wave, kept in at the point and sent all the way back down. Darien will change, as will Trinity Catholic. Benches on the opposite sides of the ice here at the Terry Connors Ice Rink. And Trinity Catholic dumps it into their offensive zone for the second time today. Touch for Liam Roach. Roach, the junior, sends it back around and all the way around the edge as Griffin Martens has it taken away by Trinity Catholic. Played in front, turned back away. Martens trying to get it out of the zone. Puck skitters into the neutral zone, but sent back into the defensive third for Darien. Tracked down by James Gregory. Gregory, the junior defenseman, is the man to look out for defensively. Earning the start today, notched a goal against New Canaan on December the 23rd. And break things out the opposite way and get the Darien offensive attack going. Blue Wave control in the neutral zone. Played off the stick of a Trinity Catholic player. And all the way back down the round, it's chased down by Will Dixon. Senior captain. The second on the team in points a year ago. Into the corner. All the way back down around. Slapped off the boards. Kept in at the point. Dug back down by Matthew Stein, a freshman on defense. Hudson McCorney gets a touch. Sends it all the way back around. Kept in on the wing. Left side for the Blue Wave as CJ Hathaway falls to the ice. Centering try. One-time shot is blocked away by Trinity Catholic. Diving in front was Logan Healy, the senior captain and defenseman. Back into the corner. 5 minutes gone in this opening period. This one set on net. Blocked away 2 times by Andrew Ellis. Ellis, who started the year as a forward for this Trinity Catholic team, now playing in net, making a couple of nice saves defensively. McCorney sends it back out. Matthew Stein. And a shot on net. And a goal.
That's a great shift for Darien. They locked off the boards here all shift long. Trinity Catholic trying to get it out, They just couldn't get it outside the blue line.
And we'll see who the goal is credited to. Joined in the booth now by Bill Kirby, making a little bit of a late entrance, but here nonetheless, and we're ready to get things going. Darien out to a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, sorry, Cooper. Plumbing problems.
Well,
security at the front.
Very tight here at Terry Connors tonight.
Bill, I said I was thrilled to be invited. I'm here next to Doc Emmerichs, and now I'm standing next to Pierre McGuire, so this is a big day for me.
It's fun to, Cooper, you're nice to join us again. It's fun to be out here. My former DYHA cohort, Mr. Richmond.
Well, Trinity Catholic digs it into the zone. Sent back around, a battle for it there. Puck comes up the boards, sent back in, rifled in front. Off the skate of a defense, set in. Off the rebound, Trinity Catholic scores. Putting it home is Jack Kinahan, the sophomore center, with his 6th goal of the season. And the Crusaders knotted up in 1 apiece.
I think that's one of those plays where feet stop moving. You get lulled into a team that's got 10 guys, and your feet stop moving, and next thing you know, puck's in the net.
Well, it's certainly something the Wave can ill afford to do. They need to play well tonight, get back in the win column. It's been tough for them. You know, they've had a hard time keeping the puck out of the net, giving up almost 5 goals a game, and now Trinity's buzzing.
Jake Lovato dances inside, has it knocked away, kept in by Donahue. Worked back into the corner. Kinahan, who notched a goal the last time out for Trinity Catholic against Sheehan on December the 30th. Puts one home there, and for Trinity Catholic, we talked about it at the top of the broadcast as a team relatively undermanned, but they've come out with a lot of energy early.
Yeah, and they've got some good skaters. They've got a couple of kids who can skate with Darien, definitely. The depth will be an issue, but they have some good skaters.
Certainly, historically, Trinity Catholic's been a proud program. And I was talking to Coach Bud last night at the girls' game. Wow, the guy wired that. And I would say, Trinity Catholic back in the day when Chris Gerwig was coaching, and before that, Peter Grant, who's now on the Wave bench. Ryan Haggerty went to school here, who probably, along with Max Pacioretty, were the 2 best players ever to play in the FCIAC, in my opinion, Doug. I don't know. If you could add anything to that, Pacioretty's current captain of the Montreal Canadiens, and Haggerty's having a great year in the AHL this year, and for these parts, that's pretty good.
I was on the ice a couple of times with Haggerty, and I spent a lot of time looking at his number.
Trinity Catholic with the puck, sent back into the defensive zone for Darien. Crusaders will change, as will the Blue Wave. 8:37 remaining in the opening period. Tie ball game between Trinity Catholic and Darien. Here comes Will Dixon. Put in front and sent back into the neutral zone by Trinity Catholic. Chased down by Matthew Stott. Sent back up ahead. Loose puck. Off the stick of Matt DiMartino and all the way back down to the corner. Diving attempt, flicked high into the air in front of the net. And picked up by the Darien Blue Wave. Along the boards and banked into the neutral zone. Giving chase is a Darien defender, but Trinity Catholic comes away with it. Logan Healy flings it all the way back down the ice, high and wide of the net. Now banked back behind and toward the blue line for Darien, but Trinity Catholic able to keep it in the zone. And a bit surprisingly, over the first 7 minutes, a lot of this game has been played in the Darien defensive third, but the Blue Wave break out the opposite way, sent back all the way down for a change, and Darien will get some new bodies on the ice.
Yeah, on both sides, you see the importance of just getting that puck over the blue line. Both teams have been losing the puck in their defensive zone right at the top of the circle. It was a nice shot.
Point shot. Lead wide of the net by Andrew Ellis. Another try off a Darien offensive player in front of the net, and then chipped back down and out of play. It'll be knocked out by Emmett Donahue.
Bill, you mentioned the girls hockey. I want to throw out a plug to Nell Niffen, who I think is up in the Rudin report for Player of the Week. We got to get the Darien folks to start voting for her. I think she's up against 3 seniors, so we got to get some more votes out for Nell.
All right, you guys heard it. Get on the Rudin site. Get your votes in. Yeah, Nell's playing really well. I think Jamie's got to be thrilled with how she's playing so far. Certainly, he's no stranger to having freshmen contribute, and this year's no different. Nell's one of 3 or 4 really nice players that Jamie's got playing a big role in them for his team so far, who stands at 5-1 out of the gate with a big win last night over state's top-ranked team, Greenwich.
Darien picks it up in the neutral zone, and here comes Will Johnson sprinting ahead. He's going to be taken down. Puck played into the neutral zone. Trinity Catholic the opposite way. Donahue past the point. From the slot, puts it on net. Shouldered away by Nick Elwell back into the corner. And tracked down by Darien, trying to get it out of the zone, and the Blue Wave break out the opposite way. Here comes McDermott on the wing. Stops, sends it across. Stick down by Max Sharp, played into the corner. And worked back around. Sends it back to the point, thrown on net, just wide by James Gregory. Back behind to the near wing. Looking for a centering feed and work down into the corner. Sharp gets a touch back to the point, thrown on net. One try, now the second one off the mark from Parker McLean. Back behind the net, and again kept in by Darien. The offensive pressure mounting for the Blue Wave. Deflected puck is gloved down on the wing and banked into the corner by Sharp.
Cooper, you said this goalie was a forward at the beginning of the year. He's made some nice saves so far. Gets his feet out and covers that net.
That was a nice play by Gregory there, and that shot pass from the left point. He fired it, hard and low, and that's exactly what Coach Buds wants to see. You try and get a deflection off the goalie's pad and get a rebound there. McLean just couldn't quite jam it home there, but nice play by Gregory, low and away, as they say.
Well, Ellis in 135 minutes played in net for Trinity Catholic, just a .536 save percentage, but here tonight has been standing on his head, making a couple of nice stops early. Offensive zone face-off for Darien. Blue Wave control, but kicked out into the neutral zone, and a fight for it there. Sent back out, and Darien will control. 5:50 remaining in the opening period. Knotted up at 1-1 between Trinity Catholic and Darien all the way back down. And an icing.
What stands out to you so far, Doug? What have you noticed in the first 10 minutes of the game here?
Well, we were talking about just before you got here how the challenge for Darien is going to keep their feet moving and not come back to a pace where there are only 10 players against them and keep that speed up. And their puck movement, that was a great example, right? Stick to stick, tape to tape. Those are passes that need to be made.
Darien controls the draw. Picked up by Will Dixon, sends it up ahead. And the Catholic able to grab it. The clock ticks toward 5.5 to play in the first period. This puck is notched by Picorni. Picorni notched a goal against Duquesne on December the 23rd. Sends it, and it's deflected up and over the glass behind the net. And an offensive zone face-off on the way for Darien.
Well, one of the things that's plagued the Wave to date through their first, 7 games is I know Mac's been frustrated with the amount of penalties they've taken. I think they've been averaging 7 or 8 a game, and I think they cleaned that up the other day. They were up in Doug's old neck of the woods outside of Providence in Rhode Island. Played a very strong LaSalle Academy. Lost 4-1 with an empty netter, but I think he was quite pleased with the effort, and they stayed out of the box, which makes a big difference.
And Darien took more than 30 penalties in its first 7 games, including allowing those 3 power play goals in the loss to Notre Dame of West Haven a week ago. But thus far, through about 10 minutes played, no penalties on either side of this one to speak of.
It's just a hard way to play the game, right? You lose your rhythm. You got somebody in the box, and you lose your whole continuity on the team and the pace of the play. It's important. That's just, it's one of those things, right? You got to stay out of the box.
A neutral zone draw on Darien's offensive half of the ice. It'll be Bennett McDermott against Jay Baco.
Yeah, you're chasing, you're putting your top forwards and your top D out there, and you're kind of expending unnecessary energy. And so it's a tough way to play, and particularly you give a power play goal, you're chasing it. And that's, they've been guilty of that a lot so far. And I think Mac would like to see that cease.
Puck chipped out of the zone, and Darien will get an offensive zone draw.
That was a nice play by McDermott there. He was offsides, and he picked up the pace and just got out of the zone before the puck came back in.
Yeah, Bennett moves his feet very well. He's a nice skater. He can get up and down the ice quickly.
He centers that top line for Darien. Kept in at the point by the Blue Wave. Puck bounces off behind and sent around the edge. Grabbed on the wing. Inside goes John Reed. Bounces it off the board. Centering try. No one can get a stick on it, but it's tracked down by Jack Massey. He flings it toward the net and back behind. Massey gets a touch. Point shot. Rifled wide. Lead away by Ellis from the side. A shot in front. And Ellis falls down on top of it, keeping it out of the net.
I tell you, I give that kid a lot of credit, strapping on the pads. The first time ever as a sophomore, it looks like. Am I right?
Yep.
Wow. Good for him.
We're getting the shots on goal here, but we have people out in front of the net who are just standing around a little bit. We got to get more pressure on the front of that net, I think, Bill, don't you?
Yeah, no question, and they need to do a better job in taking his eyes away. That's something they've struggled with, in my opinion. It's one thing to get some net front presence, but you need to get good positioning, get beneath the defense. I know that's something Max stresses, and then lastly, try and take the goalie's eyes away. There's a perfect example of it right there. The kid saw it the whole way.
Yep. Good. Nice puck movement by Darien.
Yeah, absolutely.
Flurry of shots for the Blue Wave on this possession. Just nothing found in the back of the net just yet. McLean battling for it. On the wing, Batson gets a touch. Puck bounces around and played back down behind.
Yeah, the D's executing well. I mean, they're getting good low shots, and there are rebounds there. It just they can't seem to get a handle on it and get that second and third whack at it.
Puck goes high into the air, and it's gloved back down by Finn Batson, who sends it all the way back down. Enough time for a Darien change. A couple of new bodies back on the ice for the Blue Wave. Stretch pass to DiMartino. He falls into a Darien defender. Both go to the ice, and the Blue Wave take it. Back the opposite way, loose puck picked up by Trinity Catholic. Lovato inside. High slot shot. Goes high and wide of the net. And picked up by Darien. Liam Roach on the breakout the opposite way. Puck bounces off of Trinity Catholic State. Lovato, the defenseman, puts it on net, blocked down. Lovato, one of the best defensemen at the D3 level, puts it on net. Again, just wide, and Darien the opposite way once again. Sebastian Zaya.
You have to be impressed with Trinity's energy here. They're working hard with 10 kids. I'm certainly impressed.
It's been an 11-day hiatus for Trinity Catholic since they last played. Stretch past the opposite way. Kinahan around an offender, just lost it. Out of his net came Nick Elwell, and able to deflect it just wide of the net. A golden opportunity for Trinity. Another shot on net, blocked away by Elwell. That one off the stick of Lovato, and played back out into the neutral zone by Darien.
Lovato's playing great. He's a nice player. I like the way he moves his feet.
That's one of those kids you're going to have to watch, because all of a sudden you're going to not be paying attention, and Lovato's going to put the puck in the back of the net.
Yeah, he can play.
Dancing inside. Darien, but again knocked back away into the corner. A fight for it there. Loose puck is dug up the wall, but bounce back off, and here comes Trinity Catholic. Baco around a defender, gets it between the legs, but it's taken away by C.J. Hathaway. Back into the neutral zone, played up ahead. Touch for Dixon, brings it into the zone, sends it behind, but threw it off of a Darien skater in front of him. Worked back down the boards and played back to the point. Skated up ahead and played into the slot. Little centering try, but Trinity Catholic rather able to stick it away.
Lovato was about an inch away from another breakaway there.
Dixon with a one-time rebound, can't get there. Right point shot from John Reed, no. Rebound, no. Another try, just wide. Referee says no. Still in front, though, and Trinity Catholic trying to get it out of the zone. 1 minute remaining in the period, and played back up ahead to the defensive zone for Darien, where before Hathaway, the junior, takes it away. Hathaway's been all over the ice, notched a goal against Xavier on Saturday, and gets it up ahead here. Reed inside, skates it behind. Left side shot is covered up by Ellis, who buck bounced right off the center logo of his jersey, and he smothers it. 39.8 seconds remaining in the opening period, and an offensive zone draw on the way for Darien.
It's one of those plays by the Trinity Catholic goalie where he gets credit for a save, but he really didn't make a save. He's in the right place. The puck hits him, and that's a nice play by him.
Batson went short side on him. This one comes out. Played back toward the net. Johnston couldn't get his stick on it. And back up ahead, played along the boards. Clock under 20 seconds remaining in the first period. Sliding stop by Batson, gets to his feet and plays it up ahead. Darien looking for one last rush, but it's played back down to the defensive zone. Elwell's got to make a save on it. Back into the corner, 13 seconds to go. In the period, Trinity Catholic forechecking. Up ahead into the neutral zone, and Darien with an opportunity. 5 seconds to go. Puck in front. Inside, the shot knocked away. Another try, no, a whistle. We'll await the call from the referee.
Tripping on Trinity Catholic.
So, Darien will have a man advantage. 1.2 seconds remaining in the period. Obviously, the penalty will carry over into the second period. One last draw to close out this first period. A 1-1 game between Darien and Trinity Catholic.
Bill, 1.2 here. Wouldn't you stack your wingers over right in front of the net? And just
Yeah,
go right
absolutely. Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, for sure. That's even with the second two in a tie game. I'm not sure why. Yeah, I mean, again, I think Mac's a little young, a little inexperienced, and that's where but the center's got to step out, right? Be the last man in and set that play up. And too often you see kids come into the circle with their head down and not paying attention to what's going on. That's a mistake by the Wave, no question. Very good point, Doug.
15 minutes in the books between Darien and Trinity Catholic. Tied 1-1. Dixon the score for Darien. Kinahan the score for Trinity Catholic. Doug, I'll start with you. Your thoughts on the first 15 minutes?
Well, I was just thinking the great thing about Coach Bud is he's got a very calm demeanor. So I think in that locker room, the kids will get some thoughtful feedback as opposed to maybe the emotional feedback that they might have got if I was standing on the back of that bench. But I think, it's a simple game. You have to move your feet. You have to charge the front of the net. And Darien needs to pick both of those things up a little bit here. We'll see Trinity Catholic probably get heavier legs in the second period. Hopefully that's our advantage. We're doing some good things. We're getting shots on goal. We're just not charging that net, looking for rebounds.
Bill, your thoughts?
Yeah, no, I think that's well said. I mean, I'm impressed by Trinity Catholic's energy with 10 kids. I mean, they've got a handful of kids who can really play. And as Doug said, my guess is they'll get tired as the game wears down. However, they do have a 12-minute break here between the second and third, so that plays to their advantage a little bit. But no, the Wave played well, but they're in a position coming in at 1-6. They've had a hard time scoring. They've been giving up a lot of goals. They can't take anybody for granted. Historically, they've had the better of Trinity Catholic the last few years, but this is a win where they need to show up, they need to work hard, and Doug talked about moving your feet in front of the net, getting better net front presence. They need to do that and look to get some greasy goals. The rebounds are there. They're trying to get some highlight goals here and get on ESPN. They need to get some greasy goals in front of on the crease and the slot there.
Well, Darien will have a power play to open up the second period, but for now we'll pause for a break. 1-1. We're tied up here from Terry Connors Ice Rink between Darien and Trinity Catholic. We'll be back right after this on the DAF Media Network. Back inside the Terry Connors Ice Rink in Stamford, Connecticut. Cooper Borkman alongside Bill Kirby and Doug Rishman. Pleasure to have you here along with us for some Wednesday evening FCIAC boys ice hockey. The Darien Blue Wave and the Trinity Catholic Crusaders knotted up at 1 apiece. And guys, an entertaining first period. Darien struck first on a Will Dixon goal with about 10.5 minutes to go, and Trinity Catholic responded in suit about 30 seconds later. Jack Kinahan finding the back of the net, beating Nick Elwell short side to knot the game up at 1-1. Well, let's talk about what the messages in each of the locker rooms are at the end of the first quarter break. Doug, I'll start with you. If you're Mac Bud inside the Darien locker room, what are you saying to your team?
I think I want our guys to get on that puck in the offensive zone a little bit harder. We talked about a good job locking down the boards, a couple of shifts, but not enough consistency there. I'd actually like to see my defensemen pinch a little bit more, kind of come in. We've done a good job of forwards out to defensemen, getting some nice shots from the point, but I'd like to see those shots in a little bit tighter towards the goal.
Well, just about ready to get things going between Darien and Trinity. Period number 2, a 1-1 game between each of these two teams. Teams flip sides. The end of the first period of play, and Darien controls the opening draw and immediately in offsides. And Bill, if you're inside that Trinity Catholic locker room on the opposite side and you're Tucker Gross, what are you saying to your team after 15 minutes of play?
I thought they had a solid period, so more of the same. I think one thing they have to watch a little bit with obviously a short bench, I think 10 skaters it looks like, they've got to watch their shifts. They've got to keep them short or they're going to run out of gas here in the middle of the second. But a couple of their better players looked like they were logging heavy minutes, so they have to watch that. But no, they had good energy. I think they got the puck to the net a few times, and they almost grabbed the lead there a few times. So I thought, they played pretty well. If I'm Tucker, I'm impressed.
At the point, Gregory considers the shot, works it left side, flung on net, no, another rebound. Sent back behind and circled all the way back down to the neutral zone into the Darien defensive third. And Trinity Catholic, as you said, only 10 skaters available tonight with injuries and transfer rules. Head coach Tucker Gross, one of the things he emphasized in the offseason, conditioning and leg work. Both of things that will combat the fact that the Crusaders are a bit undermanned in FCIAC play.
Important minute here, right? We were man up, like to see a goal. We have one shot on goal so far. But like to see a little bit more buzzing down here on the puck.
Yeah, when you're man up, you certainly want 2 men on the puck, and Darien was not doing that there for a minute. So, again, attention to detail and just doing the little things right, something Mac's going to want to stress.
Johnston behind net, sends it out to the wing. Work back up top to the point. Zaffino puts it on net. Knocked away by Ellis and back over to the boards. 30 seconds remaining on the power play for Darien, being served by Logan Healy for tripping at the end of that first period. Skittering puck in front of the net, dug toward the net by Johnston, and then covered up, and a whistle and a stoppage. Offensive zone draw for Darien on the way, and the Blue Wave will change.
I think one of the other things I'm going to tell my Darien kids here is to get the puck off the ice. This goalie, new to the role, but he seems to be getting his pads out, and we're hitting his pads a lot. Maybe we get that puck up over the glove side and see if his catching hand works.
Yeah, he's done a nice job on those low shots for sure. He's his butterfly's solid, but his glove has not been tested.
13 seconds remaining on the power play.
He's made 10, 12, 15 saves with that low right side, or his left leg. Bunch of good saves.
Penalty time expires. Healy back into the game, and Trinity Catholic has killed off the first power play opportunity on either side in this one. Darien keeps it in the zone. Center to the high point, or to the point rather, and then sent back out to the neutral zone. Gloved down by Darien and brought into the offensive zone by Picorni. Puts it up ahead and banked off the boards. Worked all the way around into the corner. As Matthew Stein exits, centering tries, swing and a miss from Stewart, and back out into the defensive zone for Darien. After it and getting to it first is Cole Bronco, the sophomore defenseman.
That play in the offensive zone is what we need a little bit more of. And that's going to make that goalie move his feet. If we had connected on that one, I think we would have had a great scoring opportunity.
Yeah, puck was just off the mark by 6 inches or so.
Here comes Picorni around an defender on net, shoots, stopped, another try, just wide. Picorni gets to it again, looking to send it in front, but it's knocked away by the Trinity Catholic defense. One-time slap shot is blocked down by the Trinity Catholic defense and back into the neutral zone before rifled back in around behind. Under 12 to play, second period, a golden opportunity for Hudson Picorni, who had a goal against New Canaan on December the 23rd, just couldn't find the back of the net. Ellis making a nice stop. Darien back on the offensive assault. Right side shot, again covered up by Ellis, and Andrew Ellis in net, the sophomore who entering the night had played just 135 minutes in goal, has been all over the net and making a lot of nice stops through the first period plus.
Well, he's the MVP of the game so far.
No question.
Darien doing a better job of moving the puck through the neutral zone. We're starting to see some of this ice open up here, so hopefully we keep doing that and keep shooting.
Yeah, I'd like to see them get the puck wide, try and use their speed down the wing to create some more opportunities.
Johnston's shot denied. Glove on the ice. He picks it up and sent back out to the wing. Circled all the way back down behind.
Oh, jeez.
Ellis fell to his backside
Yeah, he
and
was
got
having
back
trouble
up.
getting up. He looked like a flounder there for a second.
And he gets up, loses his glove, and still manages to make the stop.
I think that one hit him on the inside of the arm. I think he might have hurt himself on that shot.
Well, if you're Trinity Catholic, you grimace if you're head coach Tucker Gross because, well, Andrew Ellis is your backup goalie, and for a team with only 10 players, it's not exactly what you're looking out for, but he'll be tended to by the couple of his teammates as well as the referees. Andrew Ellis, who is a forward on this Trinity Catholic team, and now they're going to call out head coach Tucker Gross as well as the medical staff here at Terry Connors Rink. Ellis, at 5'10", 155 pounds, has made stop after stop in this opening period.
He really has. You wouldn't know that it's his first year ever playing goal.
It's crazy. And that thing had some zip on it, unfortunately. I hope he's okay because that shot had some good velocity. It looks to me like I'd like to see those shoulder pads be a little longer, Doug, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I mean, I think it got just between the cuff of his glove and the bottom of his arm pad there, which, again, looks to me to be a little short. If that got through and caught bare, that's going to hurt a lot.
Trinity Catholic dressing 10 skaters tonight. That includes the goaltender, Lance Lipman, who will be the team's starting goalie, the junior, missing the first 10 games, fulfilling the CIAC transfer rules. And as a result, Ellis is in net, and it looks as though he's going to stay in the game.
Good for Ellis. He's back up.
Good for him. That's nice to see. It just, his glove seems a little, he's got to tighten that thing up a little bit. I would think Tucker could help him out. Tucker, the former goalie, I believe, the Trinity Catholic head coach, a good young guy, works a lot with DYHA players actually he's the current hockey director over at STR. I know the management of our good friend Art Flynn. Doug likes him a lot.
So an offensive zone draw for Darien.
Art certainly deals with him on a regular basis, doesn't he?
Yeah, not the, as you know from your days as of head of DSA, not the most glamorous roll around.
Centering try, no one on the opposite end for Darien. Tracked down in neutral zone by Batson. Backpedaling into his defensive zone, plays it up ahead. Loose puck, skitters into the defensive zone for Darien, but a break out the opposite way before it stick back into the neutral zone off the boards in front of the Darien bench. Loose puck, Trinity Catholic gets to it first. Emmett Donahue brings it down the boards as a couple of players collided just ahead of the blue line in front of the Trinity Catholic zone. Work back down behind, sticked away, and into the corner.
The wave dodged a bullet there. I thought that was a little high, Doug.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm surprised in high school hockey that's usually an easy whistle.
Well, they've really tried to eliminate contact to the head, and for good reason. There's no need to. Concussions have seemingly been out of control over the last few years, so it's something they've tried to pay close attention to, and that certainly to me looked like it was in violation of that.
Gregory lugs it up the middle for Darien. Nearing 10 minutes to play in the second period. Still tied 1-1. Gregory around an offender, but has it taken back away. Cross-ice pass bounces up ahead and into the defensive zone.
That was one of those plays you alluded to earlier, Bill. We were trying to get a highlight. That was one where I think a good hard shot on goal would have been would have served a great purpose.
Yeah, no need for a toe drag there. That's just a little bit. They need to get pucks to the net. The kid's giving up rebounds and. If he pulls it off, it looks great, but, as we talked about earlier, those highlight reel goals are hard to come by.
McCourty into the corner. Hathaway gets it there. Puck is ticked up ahead and sent out of the zone by Trinity Catholic. It'll be picked up by Jason Musitano, but he has it knocked away by Darien. Blue Wave back on the offensive attack. Hathaway sends it in front. Kept in at the point, worked down to the wing. And knocked away by the Trinity Catholic defense. Up ahead into the neutral zone. And Trinity Catholic the opposite way. Here's DiMartino up ahead, and Darien takes it back away. 9 minutes to play in the second period. Banked off the boards, picked up by Hathaway. Darien the opposite way, they've got numbers. Hathaway considers the shot, works it back ahead, centers it. But it's behind Will Dixon, and Trinity Catholic stretches back the other way. Darien takes it back though. Matthew Stein, the freshman defender.
Another example, Doug, just what you were talking about there. Good chance to get some rubber to the net, but
It's Donahue sends it in front, and it's picked up by Elwell.
I think we outsmarted ourselves there. We had a couple of different options and tried to do the flashy one.
yeah, it ended up being almost an assist to Trinity Catholic.
Well, it's a Trinity Catholic team entering the night allowing 8.7 goals per game in 3 games this season. Here tonight, though, Andrew Ellis defensively has been good, and Trinity Catholic well in it.
No, you have to be impressed with their work ethic. They're playing smart. They're picking their spots, and they're going to have a hard time scoring a bunch just because they do seem like they're running out of gas here a little bit. But if the goalie keeps playing like he is, there's a nice screen by McLean. That's well done.
Sharp put it in front, and Bronco couldn't get a stick on it to put it on net. Instead, played back down into the corner. Dug around the edge, and Trinity Catholic picks it up. Banked off the boards, kept in at the point. Worked back down, just in front of goal line extended. Centering try, one-time shot.
There we go.
Is in. How about that? Robbie Stewart finds the back of the net. A slap shot from the slot. And Darien takes the lead 2-1.
Those are hard plays for goalies. They've got to move their feet. He's got to come over about a foot inside the net. And that was a great shot there, nice and hard. Quick one-timer.
He got full wood on that. That had some zip on it. Nice play by Stewart and a good look from behind the cage.
Stewart notched a goal against LaSalle on Monday. And he gives Darien its second lead of the ball game. On a nice feed in front, the Blue Wave dump it back into the offensive zone. So the Blue Wave offensive pressure over and over again and finally pays dividends. Another try set in front. No one able to get a stick on it, and then another try from Batson is blocked down. Played off the skate of a Trinity Catholic defender. Weaving around a defender was Lovato, and plays it back down into the offensive zone for the Crusaders. Trinity Catholic forechecking. Darien holding in its defensive zone. Work back down, dangerous pass in front. DiMartino couldn't get there, and Darien able to chip it back out. Kept in the zone by Trinity Catholic, rather. And work back down. Gregory gets a touch on it. Brings it back behind the net with 1 minute remaining in the second period. Or 7 minutes remaining in the second period, rather. Stretch pass just out of the reach of McDermott, all the way back down for an icing.
That's one of those plays, Darien defenseman cutting in front of the net starts to lose it. A coach, you just kind of close your eyes or turn away and look at the other side and say, oh my Lord, please.
That reminds me of days gone by, Doug. I think I used to throw my hands up, and I'd blame you or Mac for those. Maybe Bill Sperry sometimes, too.
Yeah, well, let's blame...
Off the draw, big rip from Kinahan, and it's stopped by Elwell.
Let's blame Bill.
Yeah, all right, I'll go with Sperry. It was Sperry's fault.
Good save there by Darien, moving his feet, nice save.
Yeah, that was good. Nice draw by TC, and guy took the one-timer, got some nice wood on it, and Nick was up to the challenge.
Darien off the turnover. Here comes Picorni. Banks it up ahead. Picked up by Dixon. Tried to get it on net, but couldn't get full wood on it. Works it to the left. Centering try. One-time shot and a score. C.J. Hathaway fed it right.
I think Picorni banged that in, it looks like, on the off wing there.
Nice play. Looked like we lost it there for a second, lost possession of that puck, got it back, and then made the right decision.
Picorni notches his first of the ball game. Darien extends its lead 3-1, and that time the Blue Wave working in transition, able to get it in front and caught Ellis out of position, and as a result, Blue Wave with a 2-goal advantage.
That's one of those greasy goals you were talking about, Bill, right? We had 2 players in. It would have been easy to watch. and he kept charging the net, going after it, and he gets rewarded with his stick on the ice.
Yeah, it was a nice play. This is a line I think Mac really would like to see get going. It's a little bit new. I think Dixon had not been playing with Picorni and Hathaway prior. So this is a line I like, and I think could really produce some offense here for the Wave if they get going and down the last 2/3 of the season.
Reed grabs it for Darien in the corner as the clock under 6 to play in the second period. A 2-goal Darien advantage. 2 goals both coming in this period. That's the difference in the ball game.
And it's certainly, if they get gelling, what Mac hasn't had is really a line that is a threat to score every time they step on the ice. And I think if those guys get going, they could in fact do that, and that would be that could be a game changer for the Blue Wave.
High school hockey is all about being able to throw some depth at you, right? You get 3 lines. If you can get 2 lines, maybe 3 lines running, you're going to have some success.
Face-off at the center dot. Work back down, controlled by Darien, but it's taken away by Trinity Catholic. Here's DiMartino, flings it on net. Elwell able to stick it aside. Work back up ahead off the skate of a Darien defender. And back out to the wing. Trinity Catholic keeps in the offensive zone. Butterfly puck is kneed away into the corner. And Trinity Catholic has it taken away by Darien and up ahead to the neutral zone. Played along the boards. Dashing after it was Max Sharp, and it's touched up and an icing.
With a young team, we talk about struggling to score a little bit, giving up almost 5 goals a game. It's no secret that Mac likes to schedule a difficult schedule. This year certainly no different, with the likes of Hamden, Notre Dame, West Haven, Fairfield Prep, taking a trip up to Rhode Island. They were on the road against Xavier, lost to Greenwich, and have also played New Canaan. So, certainly when you look at the FCIAC, New Canaan's been the standard bearer over the 50 years. Doug and I were talking earlier today. I think New Canaan's won 18 FCIAC championships with 7 seconds. Greenwich has 11 firsts and 11 seconds. Ridgefield and Darien kind of round out the top of the group. But the Wave have had a tough schedule, and they'll learn from it. And I think Mac's really concerned about where they are in March, not necessarily where they are in the first week of January. So, hopefully they'll continue to gain some confidence here. Their schedule gets a little easier, and they should be able to pick up a few more wins here as the year continues on here.
And certainly it's easy to look at a 1-6 record and be frustrated with that if you're head coach Mac Budd, but when the teams that you've played through the first 7 games of the season have a combined winning percentage of .786, obviously it's going to be a bit difficult. Darien, for this period, 2 goals, certainly a big period for Budd's squad after being knotted at 1 apiece through 1 period of play. For the Catholic, the opposite way. Here's a breakaway opportunity. Lovato puts it on net and scores. He danced around a defender, got the breakout pass, and put it home. And Trinity Catholic is within 1 with 4:04 remaining in the second period.
He's a player. That was nice puck control with the blue line. Came in a really nice shot on goal.
Yeah, I think you called that one in the first period, Doug. I think that was Lovato was someone that caught both our eyes, and he's scored it free a couple times here. He can skate and shoot. Great finish there. Elwell didn't have a chance.
5th goal of the season for Jake Lovato. The senior captain puts it home. And as a result, it's a 1-goal game. Trinity Catholic, tip your cap to the Crusaders, what they've done, being able to stay in this ball game.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of Waves better opponents this year. I watched them play Greenwich. I've seen them play Hamden. Greenwich, Notre Dame, West Haven, and Prep. And Lovato's as good as any kid I've seen this year.
Here's
He's a very nice player.
Kinahan has it taken away by Will Dixon. And played back down to the defensive third for Trinity Catholic up into the neutral zone. The Blue Wave able to track it down, so that 2nd goal for the Blue Wave from Picorni looming large. That's the difference in the game. And Trinity Catholic off the turnover. Plays it into the attacking third. Whiffed on by Reed. And played up ahead into the neutral zone where it's grabbed by Logan Healy. Backpedaling in his defensive zone. Up ahead off the stick of a Trinity Catholic player. And caught up along the boards by Darien. Fed left. Opportunity. Here's Dixon. Shoots it high and wide. Back behind, and Picorni got caught up underneath. Played back out to the wing. Skittering puck tracked down by Darien. Cross ice pass, a one-time shot, score. Good drive from Picorni, his second of the ball game. And Darien leads it 4-2.
That play all started earlier up at the blue line. The Trinity Catholic player, dead tired, just didn't want to have the puck, and he just kind of tapped it away. And Darien took advantage of that situation, put some nice pressure on, good puck movement, got our pace up again to where it was earlier in the period.
Yeah, that was better, and a nice finish by Picorni. Great shot there. Goalie didn't have a chance on that one.
Picorni's goal comes 1 minute and 1 second after Lovato's and extends Darien's advantage 4-2. Referee will have a conversation with Trinity Catholic head coach Tucker Gross. Not 100% sure exactly what that's about.
He might be inquiring why the whistle didn't blow when the Darien player was hanging on the crossbar there for a good 10 or 12 seconds. It looked like he was on the monkey bars for a minute there. He easily could have blown the whistle there, had a face-off outside the Darien defensive zone.
Instead of Darien goal, Blue Wave control in the neutral zone, and up ahead comes McLean, dashing ahead, cross-ice pass, and Sharp couldn't get a stick on it. Trinity Catholic back the opposite way, banked off the boards, and then sent back down. Glove down by Trinity Catholic, but it's held by Sharp. Centering pass, one-time try, knocked away. McLean had a stick on it, but Ellis shouldered it away.
A great look there by Sharp, just a better save by Ellis.
Loose puck in the neutral zone, and Trinity Catholic numbers the opposite way. Lovato coming in, but an offsides call against Trinity Catholic.
Trinity Catholic starting to play men's league hockey. They're leaving a floater down at the other blue line. Darien defensemen have to pay attention. They got to get their head on a swivel here. That was the play on the Lovato goal, and they just on that series right there, they had somebody standing on our blue line.
Couple of stretch passes, and well, early in the period, found pay dirt with Lovato, as you said. 2:15 remaining in the second period. A 2-goal lead for Darien. From Terry Connors Ice Rink, this is a presentation of the DAF Media Network. Cooper Boardman, Bill Kirby, and Doug Rishman here along with you on a Wednesday evening. We thank you for joining us. Buck in the offensive zone, whipped on net by Kinahan, sent away by Elwell. And up ahead into the neutral zone, Darien, an opportunity on the other end. Banked off the boards, kept in at the point by Darien, kicked ahead and worked out to the wing. Puck chipped in front, loose puck skitters wide of the net, and back down behind. It's played off the high wall and into the neutral zone where it's picked up by Finn Batson.
Trinity really looks like they're running out of gas here the last couple minutes. They got dead legs.
A minute and a half until the period break, which can't come soon enough for Tucker Gross's squad. They've allowed 3 goals in the period. Gregory up ahead to center ice. Worked off the boards by Dixon. He brings it up ahead, puts it short side, knocked away by Ellis into the corner. Loose puck, a fight for it there. Onto the stick of Hathaway, trying to send it up ahead. Trinity Catholic defender falls to the ice. Hathaway loses his stick, gets it back, and Trinity Catholic chips it all the way back down to the defensive zone. 1 minute remaining in the second period. No icing call.
I'd like to see more of that from Dixon, Bill, right? He's got some good speed. He's probably one of the faster players on the ice. I'd like to see him use his speed, especially in these open areas.
Injured Trinity Catholic player is Jack Kinahan down on the ice.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah, no, I think, Mac feels Dixon has a lot of potential. He's got a good shot. He's got good wheels, and just whiffed on that one a little bit. But I like that. I agree, Doug. Get it down and get it on net and see what happens. Again, there's no such thing as a bad shot in hockey.
Kinahan got caught up along with the Darien offensive player along the boards, and as the puck was sent out into the neutral zone, fell to the ice. 55.4 seconds remaining in the second period. A 4-2 lead for Darien over Trinity Catholic. The Blue Wave entering at 1-6 overall. The Crusaders at 0-3. And well, after 1-1, after 1 period through 2, it's a 4-2 Darien advantage. And Kinahan will get up and walk off the ice under his own power. Certainly a good sign for Tucker Gross and Trinity Catholic. Gets a rousing applause from both sides.
Hopefully that's one of those, I've been on the ice for 8 of the 12-minute injuries.
Yeah, it's certainly, you'd hate to see one of their guys go down with only a couple extra bodies on the bench. It's That's tough.
Trinity Catholic, at least for the moment, down to 9 men. Played up ahead into the defensive zone for Trinity Catholic. Skating after it is Picorni. He rings it all the way around the boards. Kept in at the point, but then knocked up ahead into the neutral zone before it's taken back away. Hathaway sends it all the way back down. Slung into the corner. It's picked up by Healy. Gets around a defender, but then has it snatched away by Picorni. Centering try. Knocked off the stick of a Trinity Catholic defensive skater. Back behind Picorni. 24 seconds remaining in the period. Back to the point. Stein looks inside. Played up ahead and bounces off the edge. Worked up behind the net. Back behind Dixon. Sends it back into the corner. 10 seconds remaining in the period. Back to the point and sent back out. Lost by Reed. Fight for it there. It's picked up by Trinity Catholic. Here's Lovato streaking the other way. Shot blocked down by Elwell. And that is how this second period will end, with one heck of a stop from Nick Elwell. A breakout opportunity for Lovato. But Elwell standing strong. So 30 minutes in the books and a heck of a lot of scoring. 6 goals between the two teams, and at the end of those first 30 minutes, Darien leads it 4-2. Doug, we'll start with you. Your thoughts on the first couple of periods?
Well, we can start in the last 5 seconds here. We dodged quite a bullet. That was a great save, really nice save. And, 4-3 going into the third period is a lot different than 4-2. We had one little lull, I think Darien did. Our feet started to slow down, and Lovato got a nice goal. But overall, I thought it was a better period for Darien than the first period. A little bit more energy, a little bit more neutral zone puck movement and skating speed. And I think if we can keep doing that, as Trinity Catholic's legs continue to get heavier, we should do just fine.
Bill?
Yeah, no, I agree with Doug. Better period for the Wave for sure. I think they probably realized that 1-1 after one, probably not where they expected to be. And they're in a game, and they need some W's there. They're at 1-6 from here on out. Every game is a must-win game, and certainly those on paper where you're supposed to win, which I think we would all characterize this as one of those. So better effort, and again, hats off to Trinity Catholic. Their goalie's playing great. They're working hard, trying to pick their spots, and as Doug said, they were about 2 inches away from making this a 1-goal game, which I think Lovato was shaking his head there a little bit. He wanted to go top right, just didn't quite get all of it, but got plenty of wood on it, and it was, again, a nice save by Elwell, as Doug alluded to. So, they're going to keep doing what they're doing, but, we'll see how long they can last. I thought the last 5 minutes, they kind of ran out of gas. Hopefully they can hang in there and keep skating for the entire third period, but it's awfully tough when your opponent's rolling 3.5 or 4 lines, and you're playing 2 lines, and a couple of the better players are really logging a lot of minutes. So, tall order for Trinity Catholic.
Next goal is really important here. 5-2, very different ball game than 4-3. At 5-2, you're tired and your legs get even heavier. At 4-3, you can fight through 15 minutes. Anybody can skate for 15 minutes if they think they have a chance. I'd like to see Darien come out really hard here in the third period, get that goal, make it 5-3, and then watch Trinity Catholic hopefully a little bit just start to feel the weight of heavy legs and a long night.
Goal scorers in that second period for Darien. Stewart once, Picorni twice. For Trinity Catholic, Lovato found the back of the net. At the end of 30 minutes of play, it's a 4-2 game in favor of the Darien Blue Wave. We'll pause for a short break. Back for the third period in a moment on the DAF Media Network. Back inside the Terry Connors Ice Rink for period number 3 between the Darien Blue Wave and Trinity Catholic Crusaders. Cooper Boardman alongside Doug Richmond and Bill Kirby. Doug, we'll start with you. A 4-2 lead for the Darien Blue Wave over the Trinity Catholic Crusaders through 30 minutes of play. We're going to have each of you take us inside those locker rooms. If you're on the Darien side, what's Mac Bud saying to his squad?
You know, I think from my perspective, it's really simple for Mac. We want to skate harder than they are. They're tired. We got 10 kids, maybe 8 kids, depending on injuries. Let's push the pace and let's go right after them here in the first minute.
Bill, in the Trinity locker room, what's your message?
Well, you know, you want to get the next goal. As Doug said at the close of the second, big difference between 5-2 and 4-3. So, you know, if you're Trinity Catholic, you need to get that next goal. You're right back in it, and that might be enough to, you know, make the legs hurt a little bit less and play a little stronger here. It's, you know, they'd love nothing better than to knock off the Wave for their first win of the season. So, you know, they've had their moments, and again, a couple of their kids can really play. So you got to keep your eye on both Donahue and Lovato. They're both very good hockey players.
Blue Wave with the offensive pressure to open up this third period. Dressed head to toe in the royal blue road uniforms. Trinity Catholic in the home whites, the big C on the front. Trinity Catholic, Jack Kinahan, the sophomore center, who was injured in the last couple of minutes of the second period, is back on the ice for the third. Starting lines out there on either side. Blue Wave working inside. Big rip on net from Dixon is off the glass behind the net and bounce back into the corner where Darien gets a touch on it. Picked up by Trinity Catholic. Here's Jay Bacco. Plays it into the neutral zone. It's taken away by the freshman Matthew Stein. And up ahead into the defensive third for Trinity Catholic. Puck caroms high off the glass in front of the Trinity Catholic bench, but inside goes Kinahan, ripped on net. It's gloved down by Darien's Nick Elwell. Kept in the zone by Trinity Catholic and worked back out to the wing and into the neutral zone. And here comes Darien. Pass up ahead, a touch for Dixon. Works inside, dashing in front, has it knocked away by the Trinity Catholic defense. Played back behind, a couple of players fall to the ice. Trinity Catholic player lost his stick. Darien, meanwhile, in front. Left point shot off the side of the net. Another try inside, and looks as though it's going to be covered up. It was played to the post side, and now the referee, along with goalie Andrew Ellis, can't find the puck. It looks as though it's wedged.
Might be in the net.
Inside the goal, and referee hasn't signaled that it's a goal, and looks as though they're going to confer. Await the call, and it will in fact be a goal. Puck was flung on net from the wing. And it looks as though it was able to find its way home. Brian Zaffino had it, and he just kind of turned it and rifled it toward the post. And, well, no one can find it for a moment. And now the referee's going to converse with Tucker Gross. Trinity Catholic faithful also protesting, but Darien's going to get the goal.
Yeah, Ellis was just a little bit too far back in his cage there. I think he stopped it, but he was kind of half over the goal line and half out. So I think it just kind of snuck in between his pad and the near post there.
Trinity Catholic arguing the goal, and I understand given the way the whistle was blown, but it's kind of hard to argue when the puck's all the way in the back half of the net.
Goal is credited to Bennett McDermott. And hey, a goal's a goal for Darien. Point shot. And covered up by Andrew Ellis, who couldn't find it for a moment and looked out and was right in his breadbasket.
That's a play right there that Darien wasn't doing in the first period. They got the puck back to the net. Nice shot, and we had somebody right in front of the net. In the first period, we were standing about 2 feet off the goal, trying to just reach at the puck with our stick, and here we got bodies in front.
Offensive zone draw for the Blue Wave. Played back out and into the neutral zone. Dashing ahead is Emmett Donahue. He gets to it first. Streaking ahead. Puts it around a defender and then just lost it. Trying to hold on for a bit too long. And after Darien takes over on the possession, the penalty's going to go against the Blue Wave and a man advantage for Trinity Catholic.
Yeah, nice move by Donahue there. Boy, he's a freshman. Nice player. He had a LOL beat, just lost it off his backhand there. Puck just rolled off the end of his blade. Trying to finish up the old Iron Lotus there. Couldn't quite make it work.
Donahue with 2 goals against Guilford on December the 16th. He has 4 points on the season.
Big minute here, minute and a half. We got 2 minutes, sorry. Want to kill this penalty, keep it at 5-2. Don't want Trinity Catholic to get within 2.
James Gregory will serve the penalty time for Darien. It's a Darien team that has struggled taking more than 30 penalties in its first 7 games. We're able to send it back all the way down behind. Carr Newton on the forecheck. Trinity Catholic back the opposite way. Crusaders into the neutral zone, banked off the boards, into the corner, and then sent back all the way back down. Darien allowed 3 power play goals against Notre Dame of West Haven a week ago. Those 3 power play goals, the difference in the game.
Yeah, I think it's important that the Wave kind of stick to their structure here. Not take some undisciplined penalties. I don't take any issue with the Gregory's hook there. He was beat. Good penalty there, but there were a couple other plays in the first couple minutes of the period. I thought Darien got away with an interference call behind the TC goal there. TC player did not have the puck, got knocked down pretty good. So there's no need to kind of lose your composure here because you're a little frustrated. It's something they really need to pay attention to.
50 seconds remaining on the man advantage for Trinity Catholic. Here's Logan Healy. Circles it all the way back down around into the corner for Emmett Donahue. Blue Wave forechecking. Picorni hounding a man in the defensive third for Trinity Catholic. Around a defender goes Donahue, plays it up ahead, streaks from east to west, and plays it into the offensive zone. Holds in at the wing, sends it in front, beat away and deflected high and over the high wall behind the net. 24 seconds remaining on the power play for Trinity Catholic, 11-19 in regulation. A 5-2 Darien lead, an offensive zone face-off for the Crusaders.
Nice work there by Picorni on the forecheck, man down. Did a good job pinning Trinity Catholic in there for a good 20-25 seconds. They had to work hard to make that breakout go.
DiMartino loses it. And it's played up ahead all the way back down. Goes right off of Ellis in front, though. One-time shot score. Will Johnston off the rebound, puts it home. And Darien down a man, scores anyway. It's 6-2 Blue Wave.
Trinity Catholic group had to work awful hard in the first half of that power play, and they look a little tired right now. It was great skate, great forecheck. He deserves the goal. You hustle, you go, and you get shots.
Johnston, a couple.
Sorry, Cooper. That's just a tough play for the goalie there. And that's where his inexperience. He's done a great job making some nice saves, but that's really just a simple play. Got to just steer that puck to the corner, and you could have avoided that unfortunate break for Trinity Catholic there. But as Doug said, great finish by Johnston.
Shot on net from Jake Lovato. He is covered up.
Lovato can shoot the puck.
He sure can. No, I mean, he's, again, he can play with anybody in prep and anybody Notre Dame West Haven in my book. He's a very nice hockey player.
1 second remaining on the power play, and it's expired. Trinity Catholic unable to capitalize on the man advantage, and the Blue Wave not only able to kill it off, but pick up a shorthanded goal. 10:45 remaining third period, 4-goal Darien advantage. Led into the offensive zone, sticked aside by Ellis into the corner and banked all the way back down and around, where it's grabbed by Donahue. Puck skitters off the boards. Grabbed by Darien. Finn bats it up ahead into the neutral zone around a defender. One-on-one, looks left, and then has it knocked away by the Crusaders defense. Good defensive play from the sophomore Matt DiMartino.
Nice poke check.
Kept in the zone by Darien. Sent back out. Blue Wave come back in. An offsides call as Gregory couldn't keep the puck on the right side of the blue line, and as a result, a neutral zone draw. 10:14 remaining in the third period. This is a rink that Darien very familiar with, where the FCIAC semifinals and championship rounds are played, and it's been a home away from home. Darien 10-2 at this venue here at Terry Connors Ice Rink over the last 5 years. That includes an FCIAC title victory in 2015 over Greenwich, the state playoff win over New Canaan in 2016. Here today, 10 minutes away from picking up another victory.
You know, at 6-2, we've got a little confidence here, but one of the things I'd like to see Darien do, and it seems as though they are, is keep pushing the pace and keep pushing the offense here. We want to, Darien's still trying to learn how to win hockey games, and you want to keep you have your other team down, your opponent down. You want to keep learning how to put pressure on them and forcing the play in their zone.
Wave control on the boards in the neutral zone. Played back down to the wing and then sent high. Chip down into the Darien defensive zone, all the way back down. No touch and an icing call. Darien will get an offensive zone draw.
No, I think that's an excellent point, Doug. It sounds simple, but, when you're on the wrong side, a goal or two or three here and there, giving up 3 power play goals, it's important for them to finish this game, play these last 10 minutes again, keep their structure, work hard. Mac might rest a few of his better kids here, but give some other kids a chance to get involved and, get some ice time and just play some good hockey here.
Liam Roach into the game along with Carr Noonan. Back down to the defensive third for Darien. Played up ahead into the neutral zone. Matt DeLeader brings it up ahead, sends it into the third. Offensive third for Darien and work back down in behind. Neither team will change. Under 9 to play in the third period. Held in by Logan Healy behind the net. He bounces it off the glass on the side, and Trinity Catholic works it back in. Here's Lovato. Routed a defender, centering try, sticked away by Darien. Loose puck at the point, picked up by the Blue Wave. The opposite way comes Will Dixie, dashing up ahead, feeds left. The shot on net is knocked away. Try from Hudson Picorni, but sent away by Ellis and worked back down. A skittering puck into the neutral zone, and then the defensive third for Darien. No icing call, was contacted by a Trinity Catholic player.
Nice pass there from Dixon, just a little too hard.
Yeah, he had a little too much zip on that. Picorni couldn't quite get the handle on it, but I like the idea. Great look, and just, a little too much zip on it, as you say, Doug. Want to make that goalie move from side to side. And this game's important, as we said, kind of learning how to win. The Wave have Greenwich coming up, who I think are 5 or 6-0 right now, and just had a big win over Hamden the other day, 7-0, I think. So that's going to be a tough one. And the Wave played them well down in their barn, but it seems like Greenwich is playing with a lot of confidence. So that's a big game here. Hopefully Darien can take some confidence out of this and get the Cardinals back for that first one.
Lovato bangs it off the boards behind the net as Darien picks it up. 7.5 remaining in the third period. A 4-goal Blue Wave lead. McDermott and Johnson have both found the back of the net in the period for Darien. Puck bouncing back and forth in the neutral zone. Hathaway digs it into the zone. Looks up ahead and loses it, and then sent back out up ahead. Stretch pass up ahead. DiMartino puts it on net, but a weak try is gloved by Elwell. He'll cover it up, and the clock freezes at 7:06 in this third period. An offensive zone draw on the way for Trinity Catholic.
Darien seems to be just about a half an inch. That one pass that just falls off your stick, that one loose puck that you're about half an inch away from. If we can tighten up those parts of our game, I think these guys can play with anybody.
Yeah, they're close. I mean, they certainly weren't. I did the prep game with Cooper a couple weeks ago. I mean, that's their goalie. It's his third year as a starter. They got a bunch of kids that have some serious time, and with the schedule they play, they go up to the Mount St. Charles Christmas tournament every year. They play Pope Francis, Springfield Cathedral. So I guess they're one and the same now. But they with the latitude they have in their schedule, they play a good schedule. They're a well-seasoned team, so they're not far away. And I think there's some younger kids, as they gain some more confidence, that they can actually compete at this level. They might close the gap with some of the stronger teams.
Fed left, shot on net and slid home. Griffin Martens from the left side puts it past Ellis, and the Blue Wave have really opened up a good advantage. 6:39 remaining in the third period, and 7-2 Darien.
That's a nice pass right there. Head up, comes in, steps, makes the goalie move, and actually shifted the whole Trinity Catholic defense towards him, and then made a beautiful pass.
Zaya fed it left, and timeout on the ice. 6:39 remaining in the third period, and Griffin Martens, his second year on varsity, picked up an assist last year against Fairfield Prep, having a point here in 2018. And the Blue Wave with a 5-goal advantage. And guys, for Darien, this obviously we talked about at the top of the broadcast, an important game. Coming in at 1-6 overall, and that 1-6 record not necessarily reflective of the team's talent, more reflective of the team's schedule and the challenging teams that they've played early on. Here against Trinity Catholic, after the Crusaders tied it up at 1 apiece through one period of play, a really good response in the second and third periods.
Very good. They're very good. We picked up pace, got our head up. We've got our head up a lot more. And I think, as we said, Mac now has a team. He's going to start to realize what the personality is, who he has, who he can trust, who he can put out in certain situations. And that's going to help, I think, as we go forward and learning how to win. Young teams need to learn how to win. They need to figure out where do I get my success from? And it's always about how hard you're going to work.
Yeah, and again, I think it's sticking to structure, staying out of the box, doing the little things well, and that's when you're a little young, a little inexperienced, kind of trying to find your way. I think all those things are really important. Again, and we've seen a nice improvement tonight. For example, just on their net front presence, they've gotten 3 or 4 goals on the doorstep, which is something they haven't been doing a lot of so far. So hopefully, sign of things to come for Coach Bud and his Wave Pucksters.
Now you guys talked about penalties too, right? We've only taken 1 so far today. That's a big that makes a big difference in your ice, in your play, and how you get to attack the other zone.
Cooper Boardman, Doug Rishman, Bill Kirby here with you. Darien with a 5-goal lead over Trinity Catholic in this third period from Terry Connors Ice Rink in Stamford, Connecticut. The DAF Media Network Blue Wave work it back into the offensive zone. Flung on net from deep from Griffin Martens, and he scores. How about that from way outside of the Blue Wave, lead by 6.
Another high shot. We talked earlier about the goalie making great saves down low. Like to see some high shots and see if we can challenge his glove side and how he does, because he does like to go down. And that was a nice shot from the blue line.
Martens with 2 goals in 34 seconds. And the Blue Wave lead it 8-2, 6:05 remaining in the third period. And for Darien, came into the game averaging 3.1 goals per game, 8 through not even a full 3 periods. The offensive outbreak Mac Bud was looking for as well.
Yeah, I mean, Trinity Catholic's getting a little tired. I feel for Ellis on that one. I think he thought that was just going to miss the net. It kind of just snuck in the top corner there. But, again, we've talked about it. Getting pucks to the net, good things happen, and that's a perfect example of that right there.
What was Gretzky's old saying? You miss 100% of the shots you don't take?
Absolutely. Ooh.
And the puck just clattered off of a Trinity Catholic player.
He took that one. That's Lovato. Looks like he took that right in the side of the head. That hurts.
Lovato down on the ice. He'll be tended to by the Trinity Catholic medical staff. Puck was played into the neutral zone and just sent up ahead. 5:46 remaining in the third period, 8-2. And Lovato, along with Kinahan and Ellis, have all been down on the ice. And certainly when you play as much as these guys have played in obviously a short-handed team in Trinity Catholic, injuries are certainly going to happen as well. For Trinity Catholic, though, a heck of an effort.
Really, really nice. I'm impressed with the entire team. The kids have worked hard. You see they're tired. The spacing now is starting to fall apart for them. But they haven't given up. They're still working awful hard.
No, they are. That's too bad there. I think Donnie, he was just trying to dump it in, and he got plenty of wood on it. That's, I think...
might have been his best shot of the day.
Yeah, Lovato might wake up with a headache in the morning. That's, or certainly he got his bell rung a little bit there. I'm sure he'll be fine, but that, as far as the equipment have come over the years, the helmets lag a little bit, in my opinion. It's nice to see him up there.
Yeah, he looks good. He looks like he's going to be okay.
Tended to by the training staff along with head coach Tucker Gross. Gross in his first season at the helm of this Trinity Catholic Crusaders squad, a former assistant at the King's School as well as Newtown High School, and getting an opportunity as the head man here at Trinity Catholic. Got a neutral zone face-off off the stoppage. Dropped in, and Darien controls. Blue Wave with a puck and a 6-goal advantage. Banked into the neutral zone, sent into the offensive zone by Sharp, all the way back down around behind. Chased down by Stewart. He gets it for checking. Worked up the boards and all the way back around into the neutral zone. Up ahead along the Trinity Catholic bench and worked back down behind, taken away by Darien. That's it around a defender, gets between two. Banks it back down behind, under 5:20 to play in the third period. Circled back down around the edge into the neutral zone. Darien slowing things down. Trinity Catholic, as we said, a undermanned team, has really shown some signs of fatigue in this third period. The Blue Wave with 4 goals in this period. 1 from McDermott, 1 from Johnston, and 2 from Martens. Last 2 from Martens coming in a span of 34 seconds.
The fatigue starts to show right here in the neutral zone, where the defense just can't stay with their forwards for Trinity Catholic. So instead of was probably a 6-foot gap earlier in the period, now turns into a
the gap's
10.
gone. Yeah, which is as you say, totally reminiscent of some tired legs.
For Darien, it's been a strong performance from Nick Elwell, the backup goalie for the Blue Wave, earning the start today. He's faced a flurry of shots from guys like Lovato and Kinahan. And for a senior who's had to sit behind guys like Brendan Bumgardner and Henry Feifel, he's put together and made the most of his opportunity here this afternoon.
He made a great save at the end of the second period, really important one.
Yeah, that's 4-3, much different game. And he'll get a couple more chances to start, assuming Feifel stays healthy, but there's a couple other games where he'll get to play, which is nice to see. He's been a stalwart on the JV team for a couple years now, and a nice young man, so nice to see him play so well out here tonight.
Healy holds it as a defensive zone, banks it into the neutral zone. Skittering puck is played back down. Touched up by Healy, off the boards and back into the neutral zone. Set up ahead, puck stolen away by Zaya. And he sends it all the way back down, under 3.5 to play in the third period. Darien on its way to its second victory of the season. A big one for the Blue Wave, entering off a loss against Rhode Island powerhouse LaSalle Academy. And here today, Darien doing exactly what it needed to do against a Trinity Catholic team, and the Wave looking for their first FCIAC victory.
Ref just took one off the elbow there. He's not feeling very well.
And gets around a puck as it's picked up by Trinity Catholic.
I think that was Donahue again. He's picked off 2 people now in the last couple minutes.
All that means is there'll be no penalties for the rest of the game.
He can't raise his arm.
His car and go home.
Kinahan into the offensive zone around a defender. Has it taken away by Darien. Played up off the boards, and here come the Blue Wave. Sent into the zone by Robbie Stewart. They'll come off for a change. Onto the ice comes Matt DeLeader. DeLeader gets a touch on it. Keeps it in at the point. Works it down to the wing into the corner. Darien just dumping it down into the zone. Going off the final 2.5 minutes of this one.
I like what Mac's done here. I think he's telling these kids just dump it and then go chase it.
Yeah, Mac's very civil in that regard. He's not one to run up the score at all. Doesn't like to do it, and he's got a lot of respect for the league and for the kids on the opposing teams that maybe aren't quite as strong. And tonight's no different. They've kind of calling off the dogs here a little bit.
Gonna hand into the zone. Worked up ahead. Loose puck is snatched down by Baco. Around a defender he goes. Brings it inside and chips it down behind the net, where it's tracked down by Reed.
Would have been all right with me if he put a couple more in against New Canaan, though. I wouldn't have minded that one.
Yeah, I'm sure the kids want to keep going too, but it's just not how Mac rolls. No. You talk about numbers and the light Trinity Catholic bench. You'll appreciate this, Doug. So. The Wave went up, as they have been for the last several years, up to Massachusetts preseason. Played St. John's Prep out of Boston in the first game. St. John's of Shrewsbury out towards Worcester in the second. St. John's Prep had 80 freshmen try out for hockey this year. 165 kids trying out. I mean, they could field 3 varsity teams, I think. They've got 4 or 5 D1 kids in the program. But when I heard they had 80 freshmen try out, I was flabbergasted by that. That's really amazing.
That's a long history of excellent hockey up there at St. John's. Bobby Carpenter out of St. John's, the first American, number 1
to go 1 in the draft. Yeah, you're right.
And fantastic.
Yeah, right from
player.
prep to the Caps, right? Never played college hockey.
I played against him in high school. My high school program played St. John's every year. He was every bit as good as and worthy of a number 1 draft pick, that's for sure.
He's a big, strong boy back in the day, no question.
20 seconds remaining in the third period. Trinity Catholic with one last opportunity, held behind by Emmett Donahue, and so the Crusaders will just be able to run this one out. Played up ahead into the neutral zone. Healy works it up ahead. Down to the wing, puts it on net, knocked away by Elwell, and a fitting stop to close this one out by Nick Elwell. The senior goalie getting the start and finishes things off.
Guys, this was a lot of fun. Thank you very much. Cooper, thank you. Bill, as always, it's a blast. Fun to do.
Absolutely. That'll do it. Darien with the victory 8-2 over Trinity Catholic. The Blue Wave improved to 2-6 overall. The Crusaders to 0-4.
Yeah, no, it's a much-needed win for the Blue Wave. They've been working hard. It's been certainly a little bit frustrating for them out of the gate here with the tough schedule, a couple of untimely penalties, giving up some power play goals. They're just not that far away, as Doug said. So, I think Mac's getting a little better feel for what he's got here, and they've got some winnable games coming up along with some tough ones. Certainly Greenwich is a big one. On Saturday, I think they'll be visiting Darien 6 p.m. Hopping on 95, a couple extra to come down, and then they've got prep the following Saturday with Staples in the middle. So certainly some tough ones coming up, but I think they're getting close. I know Mac was very pleased with their effort up at Providence College against LaSalle on Monday, and I'd say tonight the second two periods, were well done.
Yeah, I'd agree. Second two periods, really good puck movement. Good for him. Mac, obviously, whatever he said to him in the first period, they listened to and they paid attention, and it worked.
Well, Darien picks up its second victory of the season, gets FCIAC play going on a high note, and improved to 1-0 in FCIAC play. But that'll do it here from the Terry Connors Ice Rink. For Doug Rishman, for Bill Kirby, I'm Cooper Boardman. Thanks for joining in and tuning into this presentation of the DAF Media Network. Darien defeats Trinity Catholic by a final score of 8-2. Have a great night, everybody.